Howdy, hi, hello. That's just random greetings. I get asked every once in a while what I use for like my streaming and my recording setup, and I usually end up answering that every single time I am asked. So instead of that, I decided, hey, I'm gonna make a video on what I'm actually using to stream with or record videos with or game with. It's pretty much just like this is everything that I use for content creation, and might as well just give you guys a little bit of a tour. I have a little list in front of me because that's what I do. I apparently make lists and then read from them and then talk about it. So I have two cameras. I have the main camera, which is right here, and then I have a secondary camera, which is usually like my top-down stuff. My main camera is the Sub 2R camera, which a Sub 2R camera is a custom FPGA camera, and if you don't understand what that means, it's okay. Not a lot of people do. It's completely fine. But yeah, I got it from a company called Sub 2R. They sent it to me to test out and find bugs in it and for everything like that, which I'm apparently really good at because that's kind of my day job. But they've been gracious enough to let me use it for as long as they've been letting me use it for. And the cool thing about it is it's able to use different lenses. Like you're able to use like the M12 lenses, which what those are usually the lenses that you find inside of like the really small security cameras, or even inside the GoPros. The GoPros use the I think it's M12. It's either M12 or M20, but they use this really small lenses because it's a really small sensor. For my second camera, I have a GoPro Hero 6, which I actually bought from a friend of mine a long ass time ago. And I have that running through a cam link. It's the original 4K 30 cam link, the first one that came out, because he was gracious enough to sell me the camera and the capture card. And basically, thank you. I love you. You know who you are. So next, I'm going to go through all of my mic chain stuff. And what a mic chain is basically what your microphone runs to until it reaches your PC for the recording. So I have an Electro Voice RE20, pretty much the GOAT for recording stuff. It's a dynamic broadcast microphone and costs about like maybe $550. I've been a big fanboy of Electro Voice stuff for a while now. I had an EV RE320, which is kind of like the younger sibling of this guy, but I had broke that, so I had to buy this one, and then I got real ballsy and decided to try to fix the other one, and I fixed it, so now I have two microphones, so that's kind of cool, right? Yeah? So I have the microphone running into a FET-head. A FET-head is it's like a clean gain filter. Basically, it takes a 48-volt phantom power from whatever interface you're using and converts it into clean gain, which basically the higher you go up with your gain, the more it's gonna add like hissing and just not good sounds because it sucks. But basically it turns 48-volt phantom power into clean gain that you're able to push up your gain knob a little bit more and not have to worry about any of that bullshit that you would actually hear from it. So I have it running into that, then I have it running into like a 15 or 20 foot Telefunken XLR cable because I have all my stuff behind me. It's right here. This right here, right there, that guy, that's my mic processor. That's the DBX 286S. And what it is, it's a preamp / channel strip, and it adds the power to the microphone that I'm using. And then it gives me the option to use use EQ on it, a compressor, a de-esser, add more gain if I need to, or subtract any of the gain. Basically, it does everything that I need my microphone to do. And yeah, that's it. So, and on that, right underneath that, with those little green lights, if I can point to it, that's a Motu M2. and that is an audio interface. So basically, I have my mic going into the channel strip, and then from the channel strip, it's coming into the Motu, and then the Motu is going into my streaming PC. And it's long. It's the way that I prefer to do things, because I kind of also got everything before, all the Go XLR stuff, the Go XLR, the Wave XLR, everything like that. I like analog audio a little bit more than I like other things. So it was just kind of fun. I enjoy messing with the knobs. You can take that how you want to. I don't care. So next I have my lights, which I have one right here. You can see this guy kind of coming off of my hand, and then I have one right here. This is more of a fill light, and this is more of a key light. They're kind of equal on my face though. Actually, that's kind of has a little bit more. So one of them is a newer. Is it newer or newer? I think it's newer. One of them's a newer panel, and the other one's a Viltrox panel, which literally they are the exact same thing, because newer and Viltrox use the same OEM, which is an original equipment manufacturer. I think that's what it is. Yeah, they use the same OEM, so they're basically exactly the same. And that helps, because it has almost the exact same output of light. So after that, I'm using 3 monitors. I have a triple monitor mount, which I have my 2 gaming PC monitors right in front of me. They're 2 MSI model curved monitors. One's a 1440p 165 hertz, and the other one is a 1080 165 hertz. Then I have one up top, which that is just like a regular 1080 144 hertz monitor that I'm using to monitor all of my stream PC stuff, which is basically all of my like OBS stuff and everything like that. So might as well just get into like what I have when it comes to the PCs. I have a streaming PC and a gaming PC. For my streaming PC, I have a Ryzen 3600 and NVIDIA 1650 Super and 16 gigs of RAM. Basically, the reason that I decided to go with a streaming PC rather than an all-in-one PC is I like having everything that I need for my streams and my video production stuff on one separate PC, and then everything for gaming separately. Also, it's nice whenever, you know, my gaming PC decides to shit on me. It's nice having the stream still up and just waiting for, you know, the PC to boot back up without it actually just cutting off everything. I went with the 1650 Super because it was the cheapest. It was the cheapest GPU that I could find that had the new NVENC encoders, which means that it's a separate chip on the actual card that I'm able to use for NVENC, which was introduced in the 20 series of the RTX cards, or like the GTX RTX cards. You know what I'm saying. Basically, it was the NVIDIA NVENC encoders minus all of the fancy tensor stuff, like the stuff that you would get with the NVIDIA broadcast, at least the camera portion of it. You can still get the audio portion of it, like whenever you want. So for gaming PC, I have a Ryzen 5800X, and with that, I have 32 gigs of RAM and an NVIDIA RTX 3070. That is my baby boy. That is my child. I love that thing. It has gotten me through so many VR and gaming adventures, and I was so fortunate to get it for MSRP during these trying times, which hopefully the trying times are over, but you know what I'm saying. So what I have, the main differences between my gaming PC and my streaming PC are what I have on those PCs. Like I said, for my gaming PC, it's mainly just my gaming stuff. It's gaming and video editing. That's basically what I use it for, because it's kind of a powerhouse. You know, 32 gigs of RAM, 3070, and an 8-core 16-thread PC. So there's really no reason to not edit on it, because it's gonna work well. But the stream PC, that has everything that I need for all of my streaming stuff. That's the title, stream PC. Yeah. So it houses my camera, my everything on my audio, um, my bot, which basically I use like a specific bot for all of my stream stuff. So it houses that. It's basically anything that has to be used for the stream, I run off of my stream PC, which that also includes like Spotify, Lumia Stream, which is what I use for my lights in the background, and then all of like my Stream Deck software and everything like that. It works for me. It's not going to work for everybody. Like, I'm not going to suggest you use 2 PCs for streaming or any type of content creation. It works for me and I enjoy it. A lot of people have single PC setups that are fantastic and work great. So I'm not over here trying to say, hey, like, I have 2 PCs to stream with, so you need 2 PCs to stream with. No. It's just what I prefer. So the one thing that I really, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, is my peripherals. My peripherals are basically everything that I use to control my streams, my gaming PC, and everything like that. So we'll go with what I actually have. I have a QWERTY Keys QK65 for my keyboard, which you'll see up here. I already did a video on how I built it and my first impressions of the build. For my mouse, I have a Logitech Superlight X, Logitech G Pro Superlight. I got it in the white color because it was extremely cheap. It was cheaper than like any of the other colors. I was kind of looking for the pink one, but I wasn't trying to spend an extra $30-$40 on it. So basically I was just a little cheap on that one. Yeah. So one thing that I do is I have a macro pad that basically has a bunch of different hotkeys on it that I use for all of my stuff, like my zooms and everything of the sort. And what it's basically what people were using before the Stream Decks came out. I have the original Stream Deck, the not the Mark II, but the Mark I. Basically, it came out, I bought it because I have a problem. I like buying nice things, and nice things like it when I buy them. So yeah. And just like the kind of like the random bits of everything that I kind of have besides all of like the main stuff, as I have like the smart lights that I use with my Lumia Stream. And if you guys don't know what Lumia Stream is, it's a software that basically controls your smart lights, and you're able to change it whenever you get like a sub. People can change it in your chat. Pretty much anything happens, it can change your lights. And I've been using that for a few years now. So I have one right behind me and one up there. I sometimes don't understand which way I'm looking whenever I'm looking into a camera and monitoring it. So pardon me why I looked confused for a moment. So yeah, right there, and then right behind my mouth, right here. Those are just kind of being held on by some nice little IKEA lamps. And one of those is kind of, yeah. But yeah, other than that, there's really not a lot to what I have in here. It's a lot of random stuff, like, you know, a beer fridge, power strips and stuff like that. But a lot of it has to do with basically just what I use on a regular basis to make sure that my streams and my content are a little bit easier for me to make. And it's nothing too extravagant, it's nothing too fancy, it's nothing too over the top. But yeah, like I said, everything that I listed off in here and everything that I'm using, I'm going to go ahead and link in the description below, along with any of the software that I use that I mentioned in here as well. So yeah, other than that, if you want to see the lights in action, if you want to see me in action, sometimes I stream on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If I don't cancel my streams because I'm feeling worn out from work, but I'm trying not to do that, except last week I definitely did that. But yeah, no, just ignore me. But yeah, if you like the videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're feeling nasty. Or if you're not feeling nasty, just sub. Give me a sub. Just do it. Do it. Zoom. There we go. Ha. But yeah, no, give me a sub. Give it a like if you like it. Give me a thumbs down if you hate it. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye.